The mural displays children jumping on a wall, children jumping over a wall, up and down, down and up. Through the mural, laughter escapes from the still image, bringing colors to the landscape. Orange, black, and white. These are the colors that fill the sky every year.
The colors of the monarch butterfly.
Children that fly, rising monarchs that emerge.
Do you like to play? Who doesn't?
Do you like to laugh? Who doesn't?
Every child deserves to laugh. Every child has the right to play. What is life but a game? Do we only jump rope? No. We jump across rivers. We jump on walls. We jump borders. Like butterflies, we fly over the obstacles. What does a kid need to play? What does a monarch need to keep flying?
The answer to that is freedom.
An open sky, support.
Previous generations are holding the rope. They hold the strength to keep it going. The monarchs search on their long journey for wild spaces, special flowers, trees where they can rest. What kind of gardens do the kids need to keep flying? How far have these children and their families traveled? What obstacles have they jumped over to get where they are?
A wall can be a barrier, but art transforms it into a playground.
The wall becomes a wild garden. Sometimes to keep flying, the kids just need someone to tell them they can do it. Children learn to laugh by watching others laugh.
We are diverse people. We come from many places.
Each one with a story full of light and shadows. What brings us together?
The Lakota say only the mountains live forever.
We walk the earth with different stories, but the earth calls us and unites us. A community garden involves many hands joined in sowing now, which will come later. A diversity of color that makes us a more beautiful community. There is nothing more important in times of tempest than taking care of the beauty of the colorful garden that we form together. How many ways do you know to say garden?
How many beautiful and colorful words are there to say butterfly?
Papillon.
Schmetterling.
Mariposa.
Papalotl.
How you say butterfly in Lakota is imimila.
Asek.
Nabi. In Kurdish language, it's Juanabal.
Tishum.
Butterfly.
The gathering of our differences makes us whole, a network that is connected. How far apart do two people need to be for them to be part of a whole? How far apart do they have to be to connect? At what distance do they have to be to know each other? At what length to love each other? It is true. An invisible danger asks us to stay away to be safe.
How can we stay together without putting ourselves in danger?
How do we bear the cold without being able to hold each other?
Sometimes a glance in the distance is enough to become a smile, a single word that travels and ignites a small fire within us. Then we can surround ourselves with our own arms, hug ourselves very close and feel in that embrace those who are far away.
A magic circle made of 6 feet, where we are safe.
Where I hug myself to hug you, where I keep silent so that I can hear you. Our own gardens where we can be well, warm, and cry a little. Are you all here? Were you all able to taste the harvest? After this long winter, are you sure that the butterflies will come back? Will those who were beyond a river, a wall, a border hug us again?
By the way, what is a border? Who draws the lines in the map?
And above all, why would anyone want to travel thousands of miles to cross it?
There are many stories. There are many reasons to dream of a better world, to flee from war, poverty, death, life and death. Two gardens separated by another invisible line, another border. These days, the monarch butterflies fly back. They spend summers here and leave before the snowfall. They do not care too much about mountains, rivers, fences, walls.
They fly overhead, as light as a cloud, small and powerful.
They arrive in Mexico in alignment with our celebration of the dead. Like the soul of our deceased who travel from death and cross invisible borders to visit us. These days in Mexico, we receive them and offer them an altar.
An altar is a table set for a feast where everyone is welcome.
An altar is a gate through which everyone can enter.
An altar is a bridge over the river that divides, and it unites us and those who left. Here, so far from home, an altar is the images on the wall. An altar full of butterflies, an altar with the pictures of our dead, of all our dead.
In this altar, there is room for my Chinanteca grandmother, wearing her huipil embroidered with symbols. My ancient dead and my recent dead. My father. I was proud of our indigenous blood. I was generous with his smiles. He passed away this year due to COVID-19. There is also room for my wife's grandmother. She lived here for more than 90 years. She also spoke another language, or German, that they used to speak here in this town.
There are grandmothers and grandfathers of Mexicans who came from Guerrero many years ago. They traveled with other dreams, other languages, and other wings, one of whom never visited Nebraska. He died in Texas. He always dreamed of visiting his daughter here and meeting our town, but today, on this particular day, he has finally arrived. If we can share our dead ones, those of us living can hug each other.
Community art transforms spaces. It helps the walls speak.
It jumps over obstacles and erases borders.
Community art creates gardens.
Do you want to help the walls keep talking?
Here is how you make a stencil. It can be a monarch butterfly,
A skull,
It can be a flower.
Even if it is small, your image is a seed. It will grow and have wings, and it will fly like smiles, like the dead, like laughter.
Seen a rainbow above the clouds on the skyline of Rio. I've tasted beers and oysters right on the coast of San Francisco. When I was in Rome, I tossed a penny into the Trevi, but I'm sure I left a piece of my heart